No judgment at all. Right about now, we're live on Power 95's Facebook page. Shout out to everybody that's locked on. We're inside of the morning trend, which is coming to the kind compliments of Rick's Cafe. Walk in, dance out. And you know what's happening at Rick's. They open from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Your last order has to be placed by 4:30 p.m. But without further ado, I got to say top of the morning. Going out to Patrice Roberts. Patrice, how are you doing this morning?
Good morning. Good morning. I'm not really a morning person. So
Boy.
it was really hard for me to wake up. But good morning. Good morning to all the listeners and everybody who's locked on.
Listen, I know many artists accustomed sleeping, especially when you're out late and so on and so forth, you know, but I do appreciate the time that you're taking with us this morning.
No
How are you managing, though, with the pandemic and so on? Because there's a lot of lockdown and a lot of restrictions with movement and so on. How is it for you?
So, to be honest, at times, I must say, I'm not okay.
You're not okay?
I'm not used to being indoors that long. I'm not used to even being around my daughter this long. I mean, it's hard as a mother.
Yeah, right.
It's hard as an artist. You know, today I probably might have been packing to leave to perform. You know,
Yeah.
this is not something that I'm really used to. I mean, the positive side, I really appreciate the fact that I am getting the time to rest because I have been going for a long time. So I'm getting the time to rest. I'm actually getting the opportunity to spend with my family and my loved ones. You know, this is the closest I've been to family and friends and loved ones. I've gotten the time to unwind and do fun things. You know, so it has its good and its bad.
Talking about your daughter, I mean, now that you're home, you're getting to witness moments with her as she grows up, right?
Yeah.
I saw a post you put recently. Do you think she's going to follow in your footsteps? She looks like she's ready.
Never know because she's really, really intelligent. She can sing. So I don't know. I really don't know the direction she would go. But any direction she chooses to go that is positive, I'm supporting her 100%.
You're going to support her 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
What would you say you would not take for granted again with this pandemic when it's over?
I would not take my job for granted. I'm not going to take my job for granted. I'm not going to take the people that I care about for granted. You know, number one, for me, when I've been going, every time I pack, I'm always saying I'm tired. I just need a little break. I need this. I need that. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I don't want to do it again. I would not take my job for granted. I'm not going to take my loved ones for granted because in the spur of a moment, they could leave you. You know, so the people that sometimes, you know, you're so busy that you don't really take time for people, and especially people that have been there for you.
Right.
For me, I'm going to take the time, you know, to spend with my loved ones. I'm going to take the time to spend for me time. I'm going to do fun things.
Right.
I'm going to take every moment and make it amazing always.
That is so important. Now,
Yeah,
before this pandemic, right? How were you able to balance Patrice Roberts, the mom, versus Patrice Roberts, the artist, with that hectic schedule, especially like when Carnival time comes around in Trinidad?
There was never, for me, I was still learning. It was never really a balance. But I have support of from my mom, and she has a nanny, and I have people that will just run and take care. But to find a balance, I think I'm now actually learning to find a balance with this pandemic. Before, it was too hectic for me to even think about. Yeah, it's true.
Right. Talking about this pandemic, I noticed some artists, right? They've discovered new skills. Like voice, for instance. I mean, I'm a partner, but he claims to be a chef. I see Lyrical doing the cooking thing as well. Is there anything that you discovered you're pretty good at that you're exploring during all this lockdown?
I've always there is nothing new for me. I'm a great cook. I could put my hand, you know, I'm a really great cook. I love to decorate. I love to do interior decorating.
Right.
You know, I have an eye for that.
So you don't have to go on Instagram and post a meal for people to know that you're confident like that. You don't have to prove it.
I don't have to post a meal. I have it.
Right. How would you describe your 2020 Carnival season, given that was the last Carnival.
Bittersweet, bittersweet.
Bittersweet. What was
This year I
bittersweet
was
about
like, oh man, it was sweet as in, I had just came out of a successful season.
it? Mm-hmm.
Um, my year was already lined up. Touring was already lined up. Everything that
Mm-hmm.
I planned to do. Because
Mm-hmm.
in 2020, I was like, this year, I'm not going to just say I'm going to do. I'm going to get it done. And this was a year for me to get my goals and everything that I wanted to do done. And
Mm-hmm.
then God had a different plan. 2020
Yeah.
just came. It's like, oh, you're having fun. Okay, enough is enough.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it.
You
I had
had,
no time but to unwind.
correct me if I'm wrong, but you had your first signature event this year.
Second,
Second, how how
yeah,
how how has that been for you?
it was amazing. It was bigger than the first year. The first year was amazing, but this year it just kept growing and growing. And I just only could imagine how far and how grand it's only going to be because the support was amazing.
No, you have a very strong female fan base. I
Yeah,
presume
I do.
you're very aware of that, right?
Yeah,
And one thing I have to commend you on that song that you did, "Big Girl No," you were
yeah,
able to take a serious topic and still have it in a manner that if it is you in a party, you would want to dance to it and still feel good without it coming
yeah.
across, thing. How was that? How were you able to do that?
Actually, the song was written by Shaf,
Mm-hmm.
produced by Red Boys.
Mm-hmm.
While I was pregnant, I was searching. I was like, you know what? After this pregnancy, what am I going to do? How am I going to come back? You know, even though I didn't really go anywhere, but what am I going to do? How am I going to create an impact?
Mm-hmm.
And Shaf called me up and had the idea, Big Girl Now.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the nail on the head is exactly what I wanted to have the world see me as.
Mm-hmm.
And and it's also a woman anthem. I'm up for empowering women. For
Mm-hmm.
me, a lot of people called me the princess of soca. The
How you
princess.
feel about that title?
I felt like a child. So I just wanted at that moment after my daughter, I wanted
Mm-hmm.
them to know that I'm not the princess. I'm not the little baby that grew up in here. I have a lot of mature fans that saw me, mature and blossom into greatness. But I
Mm-hmm.
also wanted them to know that, hey, I got this. I'm a big girl now. And then
Mm-hmm.
after around that time, I was just leaving the HD, and a lot of people saw me as being sheltered. Um, a lot of people was wondering, I wonder if she's going to stand up on her own 2 feet
Mm-hmm.
after being under um, Marshall Montano. How is she going to stand up? So I wanted them to know that, hey, I'm a big girl now. I'm all grown up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a mother. I'm an artist, and I'm getting it done. And if I could get it done, then you could get it done too. So
Of
it's kind
course.
of empowerment, encouraging women to be the great woman that she can be.
How difficult or challenging was it when you stepped away from the band and you proceeded to be solo? How was that for you?
It was heartbreaking. Um, for me, it's like I didn't know the direction I wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was mentally prepared, but yet not prepared at the same time. Trying to find my own that year for me was the hardest and the greatest at the same time because I've been pushed in the ocean and I had no choice but to swim, and I did it.
Mm-hmm.
I did it, and after that, I have no doubts in my mind. Like if I put my mind to do anything, that it's going to be done.
All right. Right now, people, we're speaking with Patrice Roberts live on Power 95. Now, tell me something. The song that so people on Facebook messaging me about this right now. Carry On,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
The Carry On story, and if I'm not mistaken, you have a music video for it, right?
I do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have a music video
Carry
for it,
On
right?
was written by Problem Child and
Yes,
produced by Parry Jack.
yes.
Problem and we have a great chemistry in the fact that if he any song that he writes is just me.
I
You know,
don't
we
think
have
he does
that.
it. I
It is
mean,
just me. We always there's very few songs that he sent me that I may not
mhm,
like, but he
mhm,
always gets it. And from the moment I heard Carry On, I was like, you know what? I just want to be out of the box. I want people to see a different side of me, a sexy side, a bold side. What
mhm,
are we going to do? And he's
mhm,
like, well, anything that you're going to do, it has to jump out to the public. It has to jump out to your fans.
mhm,
And we just been brainstorming. And at that time, I was going to Atlanta to perform. And he's like, you know, what about Rob Riley? It's like, yeah, that's probably a good idea. He's a great
mhm,
actor.
mhm.
Let's just search for him. And we searched for like 2-3 days, and
And
we
he
were
likes
back up,
soca. Eh? He
and we got him.
right.
I wouldn't lie, I was a bit intimidated because he's a damn good. He's a great. Not only is he, fine, but he is a great actor.
Right, he is.
But it was a really great experience, and
Mhm,
I was very nervous. I was like, I was counting down the days. I was like, I wonder how my fans are going to receive it. And from the moment we released the song and the video,
mhm.
everything was history. Carry On just took
Yeah.
off.
And as you said, it's not your typical, it's not a jump and wave or anything. You're actually telling
No,
a story.
sorry,
And
exactly.
how do you, as an artist, how do you feel when you're on a stage and literally your audience knows your song word for word and not only
I
the
feel
chorus,
I
verses?
feel powerful. I feel amazing.
Hmm.
Because I mean, a lot of artists probably are afraid to speak about what goes on behind closed doors. Well, I wouldn't
Hmm.
say behind closed doors, but mentally.
Hmm.
Sometimes I question myself a lot. I sometimes I want to give up. Sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough.
Hmm.
Sometimes I'm battling with an insecurity.
Right.
But from the moment I set foot on that stage and I see fans just embracing me and
Hmm.
singing every line of my music, I mean, it makes me feel powerful. It makes me feel like I'm getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah, you have a very solid journey and a great body of work because
thank
I mean
you.
yeah, now come about.
Oh,
Patrice has
I work really hard. Even when
yeah.
I'm sleeping, I'm still working mentally. I'm thinking about what is the next move, what am I going to wear, how am
Hmm.
I going to execute a song, and trust me, with this pandemic, I've
Hmm.
just been recording.
Right.
I've been doing my
Also,
work.
we could expect new music from Patrice, or you're
Um,
holding back. Which is it?
I, it's like right now, I don't even know. I don't even know if if I should release or if I should hold back.
Hmm.
I'm just taking one step at a time.
Right.
I'm not trying to rush anything. I love when I do release something. I believe it must always be great. It
Hmm.
must not be mediocre. I don't like
I
mediocre.
understand fully. I understand fully. It has to be the best. But tell me something. For the young artists that are coming out now, obviously you started off very young in the business,
Yeah,
right? Um, and been through a lot, right?
I
What
love a lot. I
advice?
could tell.
Yeah, I know you've been through a lot. What would you say to young artists that probably think that now is their time when really and truly it isn't? Because in this business there's a such thing as kind of paying your dues kind of thing. What would you say to them?
For me, I don't believe in paying the dues. I believe in having great music. I find paying your dues is almost like torturing you.
Hmm.
You know,
But wouldn't you say it
you
helps
know,
to make you into the stronger person you are? Some of these experiences.
um, getting things wrong and doing it over and over again.
Hmm.
For me, I have as I don't give up. I like to I like to push harder.
Right.
So for young people who wants to be in this industry,
Hmm.
and like you said, this is not the time. Don't give up. Just keep preparing yourself. Be around positive people. Be around people that could help you, and just keep pushing
Hmm.
because you wouldn't get it right the first time. You may not get it right the second time, the third time. You damn sure may not get it the fourth time. But you have to keep pushing. You
Right.
know, some people keep knocking, just keep knocking. And trust me, that door will open
Hmm.
at some point.
Yes. Tell me something again. Out of the body of work that you've done, has there ever been a song that you've been wrong about? That you probably said to yourself, boy, I probably don't think this would be as big as it would be, and then it ends up being bigger than you thought. Has that ever happened with you?
Um, yes, a power song, that Problem Child wrote. It was really high, and I
Mm.
cried. I want him to release it. It's like, please don't release it. That song annoying. It is too high. I can't perform it.
What song is
And
this?
um, I don't remember the song on the top of my head.
It came out this year,
No,
or from before? Oh,
from
from
before.
before. Okay.
Yeah, and I was so wrong about that song. I was like, wow, like they actually liked it, and I was killing myself.
Which would you prefer, power soca or groovy soca?
I'm groovy. I'm a
Groovy.
groovy person. A power.
But
That
you
was
have
always
power so well. I mean, you have
it's
Road
so
March Band of the Year and so on. I mean,
yeah. I always look at performing power as my, I should say, weakest link, and
you
it's
say
still not. You know,
yes.
but I rather sing groovy. Groovy is
Uh,
not my comfort zone. But I guess sometimes it's good to be out of your comfort zone.
yes, very good to be
Yeah.
out of your
Mhm.
comfort zone. Now, we're getting ready to wrap up. So, just a couple more for you. Now, in Trinidad, if the pandemic remains the same, right? Do you think that Trinidad should cancel the carnival or have a scaled down version of it if possible?
I think I have a scale long version of it if possible.
Hmm.
More so that the creatives don't go crazy. No, but I think we need that.
Not great as a go crazy. Right.
Oh,
Yeah, boy.
no, I think we need that though. Like I to be locked down for so much. It might be a year almost if we don't have a carnival.
When was the last time you performed?
The
You
last time I performed was in March.
March.
Yeah, in March. I went to Toronto.
Mm.
And that was it. Corona
That
just said, "Hey, I'm here, and you're not going
Corona,
anywhere."
all you need to stay home.
Imagine, I'm still having my itinerary still pops up on Google. So every weekend I still see, hey, flight two,
Mm.
and I mentally I just wanna scream sometimes because
Mm-hmm.
it's something I love to do. I really love. I really miss the stage. I wouldn't lie.
Mm-hmm.
I miss the stage. I miss traveling. I miss greeting my fans, and to know that we can't even greet each other the same.
Mm-hmm. You had a virtual show the other day.
Yes, I did.
How did that go for you?
It felt weird.
It's
It
different.
was it was really different. I don't think I like it that much. You
Mm-hmm.
know, being so far from your fans and trying to create a vibe on your laptop.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at myself and I think I look crazy. And then you have to talk and then everybody just in this little box. I can't get used to this virtual thing at all.
Mm. I understand fully where you're coming from. I mean, it's different for everyone. And
It is.
finally, Patrice, how do you see entertainment after this pandemic?
To be honest, I don't even know. I don't know. I really don't know. It's like I don't know.
You
That's
don't know.
my answer. I don't know.
Wow. Yeah, it would be interesting to see how
It will
goes.
be very hard. I think it will be this year will be the hardest year for us creatives.
Mm-hmm.
Hardest. I can't even say when would we will be ever on a stage performing. It's like you don't even know.
Boy, I know, but anyway, just stay in there and stay strong and continue with the good work and the good music that you continually put out. All
Thank you
right.
very much.
All right,
Thank
Patrice.
you.
Thanks very much for being with us this morning on the Power
No
Morning Show.
problem. And to all the fans, thank you for listening. I love you guys. Thank you for the love and the support.
And you know they love you in Grenada already, yeah?
I know. All
You
I
know,
have to do is sing
yeah,
Old and Grey, and that's
all,
it.
all you had to do, all right, you know that, right? All you had to do is
Yeah.
sing that. So definitely I'm looking forward to hearing more music from you when you believe the time is right, because only
Yeah,
you
yeah,
will
yeah.
know when the time
Of
is right.
course. I need to
And
feel it first.
yeah, it is a
Yeah.
feeling. All right. Stay safe, Patrice, and thanks very much
Thank
for
you
being
very
part of
much.
our morning show. All right.
Okay, no problem. Bye.
All right. Bye bye. That was
All right.
Patrice Roberts live on Power 95 exclusively this morning. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. The comments going crazy. All you love of Patrice. We all do. And that came to the kind confluence of Rick's Cafe. Don't forget at Rick's Cafe, they are open from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. with the last order at 4:30 p.m. Make sure you check them out. Rick's Cafe, walk in, dance out. We're coming back, got your hit list and more right here inside of your Power Morning Show.